Good morning, everybody. It's a very exciting day that we have here, and it's absolutely a pleasure to be among you for this momentous celebration of all that we have going on here in Hancock County. Today, we're going to come together to learn about and recognize the vast variety of leadership programs that we have developed here in this community that are absolutely impacting individuals along our cradle to career continuum. We have a very special community, perhaps one that we take for granted. When others learn that all we have to do is pick up the phone, we send a text, we shoot an email, we bump into somebody on the sidewalk or at the coffee shop, and we say, hey, we need to get this done. Everyone shows up and says, all right, let's get going. And when you say that to somebody who is not from Findlay or Hancock County or even just outside of Northwest Ohio, their jaws literally drop. And they don't know what to say other than, how do you do it? And that is what we do so well in this community, and something that we should all be very, very proud of. And this is an example of today when I make a call and say, hey, I have this harebrained idea. I want to celebrate all that we're doing in the community. And lo and behold, I have amazing speakers. I have a stand-up cast of keynotes. And also, I have all of you here to celebrate with me today. So my name is Tricia Vlesk. I am the Executive Director for Raise the Bar Hancock County. And Raise the Bar, we originated back in 2016, and we're looking to change how individuals learn about and prepare for careers here in Hancock County, both today and into the future. We have a vast variety of partners, and this all originated when we had businesses, social services, policymakers, and educators agreeing that we need a coordinated, strategic approach to our community's workforce challenges. We want to grow what we have already going on, and we want to have more strength than we've ever had before. We've all recognized that the status quo is not what we're going to do here in Findlay. We're going to do something better, and that's what we are working towards all the time. Our efforts do rely on partners constantly. It's a very, very complex challenge to address workforce solutions because there's always something that somebody needs to help them on their path. And that's why we constantly work with others in other sectors to try to recruit and retain employees. Oftentimes, Raise the Bar is leading the conversation, driving the community's workforce strategy, but we are never hesitant to be a partner and an advocate with others in the community as they too look to improve the employability of those around us. Most of you here today are among my partners of Raise the Bar. I am beyond grateful for your cooperation, your collaboration, and your innovative spirit. You truly do make Hancock County's work very fulfilling and very progressive. We are setting trends. We are leading inspiring work. We are championing strategies that impact both our emerging workforce, our youth, as well as adults throughout our community. We're working together to envision what we want our community to become, not what it is today, and we're doing that together with solutions that matter. Raise the Bar's strategy revolves around three cornerstones. The first is accessible, affordable, and transparent pathways toward careers that lead to gainful employment. These paths definitely start first and foremost with making sure that our students graduate high school in the way that they are given the opportunity to graduate high school. So we have about 50 high school students among us today. We want to make sure that they have all the resources they need to graduate, whether they need industry credentials or they need work-based learning or whatever else they need for their curriculum. But we also are leading the way with an apprenticeship program. We do this apprenticeship program for manufacturing in partnership with Owens Community College here on the Findlay campus. This gives individuals a chance to earn while they learn, and that means that they are earning an associate's degree, credentials, and doing it while getting solid wages and workplace experience that they are absolutely killing it out of the park with. We also do a lot around career and industry exposure. We want individuals to interact with the careers and the people that they have a chance to become. We only know what we know from experience and those that we interact with. When our minds are limited by the exposure of our surroundings, we simply cannot comprehend the breadth of opportunity that's right here in our own backyards. For this reason, Raise the Bar, we spend a significant amount of our time creating chances for youth, for our educators, and other career-seeking adults to engage in a variety of programs with our employers, with our workplaces. For example, in the summer, we do a summer educator experience. We launched this last year with 25 educators, mostly from high school, and it was a resounding success. We welcomed individuals into 10 different manufacturing workplaces and changed their perceptions of what it meant so that they can go back and feel more comfortable teaching their students about the workplace. We're looking to move forward with this again, but also expanding the breadth of the companies that we use but to give more K-12 educators that experience. We are also underway with a Career Expo series. We started this in February, so I love to do events apparently. But we did a first one with 25 individuals from high school, and they went to hospitality and tourism places. So we are so grateful for partners like the Conventions and Visitors Bureau. We had Hancock Hotel, the Marathon Center for the Performing Arts, and the Historical Museum. Coming up next week, we have kids going to the finance industry, and they're working with our partners of Waterford Bank, UIS Insurance, Marathon Petroleum's finance team, and Hickson Zerker. So all of these are experiences meant to help the youth and the teachers recognize there's no one way into a career. There's always a lot of opportunity, and that could be credentials like going through Millstream, that could be a 2-year degree, a 4-year degree, or just some good old sweat equity. We're also really proud to announce that we are releasing our very first newsletter. It's called On the Rise. This will be a 2-type of newsletter. 1 month, it'll be from the educators to the workplace. So we want to make sure that our workplaces understand how hard and fantastic our 11 school districts are in this community. This will be a way for us to summarize what is happening in our schools around career development. So our first one we've put together, we have to print it, and it'll be out the door to all the employers in town that we can get it into the hands of. The second is from the employers back to the educators, because educators don't get a chance to get out of the workplace every day. They have their own standards and curriculum to follow, but they are thirsty for more information about the workplace today to make sure their kids are ready for it. So we're going to provide the information back to them in these newsletters. Which leads us into our third cornerstone, which is truly our soft skill development. This is exactly why we are gathering here today. Regardless of employer or sector or workplace culture, whenever Raise the Bar or anyone else really asks employers, what is it that you need in your talent pipeline? They always lead with the soft skills. We have debunked the myth that technical skills are all that matters today. Employers are the people who need responsible individuals who hold themselves accountable, take pride in their work, lead from where they are, they think critically, they actively listen to others, and the list goes on and on. So that is why Raise the Bar in our community has invested nearly $500,000 to bring the Leader in Me framework and the 7 habits to this community, to our schools, where these youth today are going to talk about it. You all have recognized how important these soft skills are today, and it does not just come from one organization leading this charge. We all are in this together, and we are all doing it with amazing grace and wildly fantastic outcomes. So today, I want you to walk away with thinking our community is really great, but also that there is a place that you can become more involved in the awesomeness that is happening. You can walk around and meet with the exhibitors and find out all the service organizations that we have that you can become involved in. You can interact with the speakers and figure out how to get involved in what they're doing. But also you can just be involved in the process of moving our community in the right direction. We are here to celebrate this success, and I'm very grateful. I now want to introduce Nikki Matheny, who is with Handbags That Help, which is a wonderful financial sponsor of our event for today. So, Nikki.
Good morning. I'm Nikki Matheny, and I'm honored to join you today, helping to open today's Leadership Summit. I'm a chair of Handbags That Help, a women's giving circle that was founded here in Findlay 15 years ago with the goal of building strong families in Hancock County. We achieve this by pooling our dues of 150 members and giving grants each year to local nonprofit organizations that submit proposals to meet the needs of our community. Handbags That Help was founded in 2008. We're celebrating our 15th year this year, and we have given out more than $650,000. Speaking for our membership, but also for myself, there's nothing greater than seeing a vision become a reality. When I was a kid, my dad was big on motivational speakers. We spent many trips listening to the likes of Dale Carnegie, Zig Ziglar, and The Dynamics of Goal Setting by Paul J. Myers, all in cassette tape in the car, dating myself there a little bit. We went to see Tony Robbins speak and spent many hours learning the 7 Habits from Stephen Covey. What made a very important impact to me at a young age was the practice of writing down your goals and the steps to make them become a reality. Part of the process for Handbags That Help is meeting with our grant seekers and thoroughly talking through their applications. Back in February of 2022, I got the opportunity to spend some time with Tricia talking through her dream for the next steps of Raise the Bar and what it would take in our community. She began to describe a leadership day where the idea was to bring together all aspects of the community to witness firsthand how youth, young adults, and local leaders put the 7 habits and leadership strategies into action. But the really cool thing that we got to see that day was Tricia put on paper who would be her dream speakers, her ideas for breakout sessions, and booths supporting and promoting other organizations in the community. By putting it all on paper, Tricia believed in herself, raised the bar, and made today a reality. As a 2-time recipient of a grant from Handbags That Help, Raise the Bar has helped build strong families right here in Hancock County. I can attest to myself in many ways that Raise the Bar is making an impact. My family alone, my 2 elementary-age boys come home saying things like, think win-win, put first things first, sharpen the saw, and we get to take time to talk about what that means in our household and how we can put them into action. So please take in the successes of today and synergize.
All right, so one thing, we have a few housekeeping things before we get to our first of many amazing speakers. We have an app. So this is your home base for the day. Everything is in this app. At your tables is a placard that has a QR code. If you have not yet downloaded the app, you should do that right now, because in the app is our agenda. There is contact information for every speaker. There is a way to connect with them, whether it's LinkedIn or their email address. There's also their bios in there. So to save time today, we are not reading anyone's bios except for our keynotes. Those are, lo and behold, in the app. There's also information about all the exhibitors, and there are digital assets that may go along with certain presentations. After today, we will be uploading slides that we have the authority to upload on behalf of the presenters. Those slides will live in the app with their assigned session until we no longer pay for the app. So that means that 6 months from now, you will probably be going, oh, there was something that I learned that day, and I forget who said it or what I learned. Go into our app, and you will still be able to retrieve all of that information. We also have live polls happening throughout the day. I hope that you all recognize what I said. I make this interactive. We are very interactive. So yes, we have a live poll happening right now on a barometer. How do you feel coming into today? Go ahead and either scan this QR code or go to slido.com and type in the numbers 2382284. See, I don't need to go to the eye doctor like they tell me. I can read that. So good thing I canceled last week's. But keep going. We have a lot of people who are so excited to be here today, and that is a wonderful thing, and I'm very, very grateful for that.